welcome to TWF NXT. I, Gorilla Monsoon, here with Pat McAfee and with Booker T. And today on NXT, we're going to talk about what happened yesterday on Monday Night Raw. Moon Night Raw, Gorilla Monsoon says. Because yesterday on Monday Night Raw, or Moon Night Raw, we did see a good match. But we forget what that match was. I mean, it's kind of sad when you forget something that you saw, or did yesterday, you know. Oh, yeah, yesterday it was Godzilla, or Godzilla fighting The Rock, and Godzilla beat The Rock. So that is what we saw yesterday, and that's what happened. That's what happened yesterday on NXT, That's what happened yesterday on Monday Night Raw, Gorilla Monsoon says. And at the end of the day, we do not know if the war between Godzilla or Godzilla, and The Rock is over or not. Well, the first thing I got to tell you right now, oh, come on. Well, the first thing I'll tell you right now, Pat McAfee says, that is what we saw yesterday on NXT. And I hope that the war between Godzilla and The Rock is over. But Gorilla Monsoon, you never do know. I can tell you right now, Booker T says, you never know. But I truly believe that Godzilla should have not won that match. I believe it's The Rock that should have won that match, Booker T says. Oh, so you believe it's The Rock that should have won that match? Well, that's your belief, Gorilla Monsoon says, but sadly, Godzilla won the match, so you can believe whatever you want. And watch Jimmy Hart do it in the ring. Alright, everyone. Everyone is like, Jimmy Hart, what are you doing in the ring? What are you doing? I mean, why are you as your WCW Toy Biz doll instead of your LJN WWF doll? It truly doesn't make much of an likeness, so you know which doll I go with or not. You know. Yeah, fuck. They don't really care which one I go with or not. But it is caring if someone, like, I don't know, like someone like Xia Li knows that if she had me as her overseer, she knows things would work out. When Girl Monsoon says, it seems that Jimmy Hart won Xia Li. Look, Xia Li, I know that you don't I know months ago or years ago or one time, I wanted you to be in my first kin, but you said no to it. And I didn't handle it very well. And that's on me. Alright? And I think you should be aware or worried, about, that you should be, worried about folks like that. What you want? And I was aware that you wanted me to take you on as my overseer. And yeah, I'm quite aware of all the wrestlers you worked with in MACW or WWF, WCW, XWF, TNA, WWE. But I can tell you right now, I am not aware. And I don't want you as my overseer. And I hope that you are grown up enough now, Jimmy, to understand that. Because sadly, it looks like that was something that you were not, that you weren't good, that you couldn't handle. Yeah, that was on me, Xia Li. Yes, I made a mistake. Yes, that was true. I couldn't handle you saying no to me. But look, Xia Li, this time things are going to be unlike. But I do know you were with Paulie dangerously at one time until until you left the site. And no, get back up. Until you left the site and that's Johnny Nergato beating up on Xia Li. It looks like Jimmy Hart was lying because he couldn't handle Xia Li saying no to him, Gorilla Monsoon says. Yeah, Pat McAfee says you think that folks would be grown up to handle someone saying no to them. Like many times when I worked in the NFL back in the day, and one team wanted me to work for them, I said, well, thank you, but no thank you. Some of them could handle it. Some of the owners couldn't handle it. Jimmy Hart's like one of those folks that can't handle it. Oh. Booker T said it's all about winning straps and gold. And gold. And Xia Li's getting beat up. I think it's great. Yeah, you think it's great because you're a dummy, Gorilla Monsoon says. Yeah, beat the shit out of Xia Li. Would you stop? Xia Li, no one says no to Jimmy Hart. No one says no to the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. And now I got someone that I will take up, and you're going down. And your TWF 24/7 winnings will belong to Johnny Nergato, also known as Johnny Wrestling. You got that right, Jimmy. It seems that Xia Li is dumb in the head to say no to someone like you. So, when you are strapless, you'll wonder why. Now, I don't know. Now, at the end of the day, I don't know what that was all about. But I do know that Xia Li now is now going and meet up with Theodore Long. Theodore, what? You saw what happened out there? Yeah, I did see what happened out there. Well, then I want to have a match with Johnny Nergato, also known as Johnny Wrestling to some. Alright. Your TWF 24/7 winnings will be on stake. I wouldn't have it any other way. Well, now we understand now that Xia Li is going to be fighting Johnny Nergato with his new overseer, Jimmy Hart. And I don't know, Gorilla Monsoon said anyone, who would want to have Jimmy Hart as their overseer. But that's beyond me, Gorilla Monsoon says. And now, they're in the ring now. Here he is, coming to the ring with his overseer, the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. He is Johnny Nergato. Well, we see how that's going to work. And now here comes Xia Li coming to the ring now. Gorilla Monsoon says the TNA Women's Heavyweight Fighter. Pat McAfee says Johnny Nergato only got the upper hand on her because Xia Li wasn't ready. Xia Li will be ready. You believe that, Gorilla Monsoon said? You believe that, Booker T? You believe that, Pat? Johnny Nergato is beating the shit out of Xia Li, and somehow you think she's ready for it. Oh, she is, Pat McAfee says. And she is from the Folk Reich of Eastland. the TWF 24/7 fighter, Xia Li. Ding. We're going to see how this is going to play out. Johnny Nagata coming in. Xia Li just knocked him down with her fist. And she knocked her down, and down goes Johnny Nagata. And Xia Li is not happy. You know. And a body slam. And even though Xia Li's time in WWE didn't go well, I mean, it went alright. Her time in TNA seems to be good. She's a TNA Women's Heavyweight Fighter. Johnny Nagata is a dummy for being with Jimmy Hart, Gorilla Monsoon says. Would you... I can tell you right now, Pat McAfee says, Johnny Nagata is going to wish that he wasn't being a weakling. He didn't strike Xia Li from behind. Because now, fighting her leer to leer, he doesn't got the upper hand. Oh, give him time, Booker T says. Give him time. Jimmy Hart has been the overseer for many a wrestler, both in the MCW, WWF, WCW, XWF, TNA, and WWE. And Xia Li will make a mistake. Oh! Well, so much for that mistake. Booker T says Xia Li will make a mistake, and then Johnny Nagata will have the upper hand. But there's Jimmy Hart there. Oh, Xia Li just knocked down Jimmy Hart. Johnny Nagata just knocked down Xia Li. And he's hoping to become the TWF 24/7 fighter. Johnny Nagata down. Don't tell me Johnny Nagata is going to become the TWF 24/7 fighter, Gorilla Monsoon says. 1, 2, and a kick out. Well, looks like that didn't happen, Gorilla Monsoon says. That was a fast wreck. That was a flow reckoning, Booker T says. I guilt Varia for that, because I know it was a flow reckoning. Wasn't a flow reckoning at all, Pat McAfee says. I saw what you saw, and it was not a flow reckoning at all. That's right, Gorilla Monsoon says. Varia did not flow reckon the match, so would you stop? Booker T. Now Johnny Nagata is hoping to do the leg thing and put away Xia Li. Here he comes. Oh, Xia Li just knocked down Johnny Nagata. And Johnny Nagata is now going to be down now. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner, and still the TWF 24/7 fighter, Xia Li. Well, Xia Li is still the TWF 24/7 fighter by beating Johnny Nagata here today on NXT, Gorilla Monsoon says. And that's kind of sad. You know, that's kind of sad, Booker T says, because I truly believe that Xia Li should have beat Johnny Nagata. And if Varia didn't flow reckoning it like she did there, then Johnny Nagata would have been a winner. Would you stop guilting Varia for the flow reckoning that she didn't do, Gorilla Monsoon says. Yeah, Pat McAfee said, you gotta stop doing that. Stop guilting, folks. Stop guilting Varia for a flow reckoning that she did not do. Alright? We'll take it away now. Mike today. He's like, it's really far away. Well, thank you, Gorilla Monsoon. I'm going to be talking with Xia Li here today on NXT. Alright, Xia Li. It seems that now you got a war now with Jimmy Hart and Johnny Ngargano. Fuck, stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Yeah, it does look that way, Mike, today. That I have a war, some kind of wrong or war with Jimmy Hart and Johnny Ngargano. They fought in their mind that they could take away or win my TWF 24/7 winnings. But that didn't happen. And up. Well, that is true that didn't happen. You know, and you beat Johnny Ngargano, and you're still the WWE. You're still the TWF 24/7 fighter. And do you have any words for Jimmy Hart or Johnny Ngargano? Oh, Jimmy Hart, you said that you were grown up enough and you could handle me saying no. But then you have Johnny Ngargano, Johnny Wrestling, whatever you want to call yourself, hit me from behind. So it looks like you weren't grown up enough to handle me saying no. And as far as you go, Johnny Ngargano, I beat you. And if you still want to keep coming after me after this, I won't mind knocking you down again. Well, stand up. Well, that's my talk with Xia Li. Back to you, Gorilla Monsoon. Well, thank you, Mike, today for talking with Xia Li here today on NXT. And that's all the time we got here for NXT. I, Gorilla Monsoon, with Pat McAfee and with Booker T. We hope you like NXT shit. Come on. And we hope you liked NXT, for I, Gorilla Monsoon, with Pat McAfee and Booker T. We hope you like NXT, and we'll see you tomorrow for Dynamite, or Might.